This is the MTPredictor weekly update for February 13th. And I've got the weekly chart of the Dow up here again, and the market again continues just to power higher. You know, we looked at the quantitative easing 1 and 2 and how that has affected the markets. And you can see again this 5-wave pattern up. We've taken out the typical wave 5 resistance here. Here's our maximum wave 5 resistance up here. That's sitting starting around that 12,720 area. 12,800 would be your next or the round number resistance there in that maximum wave 5 resistance area. So this market continues to power higher. We do have a red, what we call seller's bar here. So maybe the sellers overcoming the buyers last week here. We'll see what happens this week if this area holds or we continue to power higher to the upside. Let's take a look at our daily chart of the NASDAQ, the NQ, the futures. As you can see, we had a long, the bigger trend obviously is up in the NQ as well. We had a long TS2 buy signal with a ABC pattern here with the target up at 2386.90, and we'll see this week if that area gets hit to the upside. And then finally tonight I did want to check on commodities. Now typically when we want to do the updates, we look at gold, but I wanted to focus a little bit on silver here on the left. I'll bring this up here. We just had finished a 5-wave pattern up here in silver. We got a correction back as we typically do after a wave 5 up. You get a correction back into the wave 4 decision point. And now we've come up again and we've got some potential wave 2 or B resistance that we're in here. So silver's at a point where it needs to, if it's going to move higher, we need to take out this area of resistance and go on to new highs. If not, and this holds, we could get a correction. The minimum correction would be looking at as a wave C down, which would put us a minimum wave C target here. Put you right around 2660. So we'll see if they can take this out or not. But the reason I wanted to look at silver really was an interesting thing is historically gold trades at about 10 to 15 times the price of silver. Currently gold is trading about 45 times the price of silver. If you remember back in the 80s, silver reached a high around $50 an ounce. All right, gold recently back in December hit new all-time highs. Silver hasn't come close to $50. You know, we're in that $30 range in silver. So silver definitely undervalued at this point. Some other interesting thing is, for the first time in history, there is actually less silver than gold on the market. In fact, was reading about Warren Buffett, who has, I think, about Berkshire's stake in silver is about 3% of his portfolio. And if he were to up his percentage of silver in his portfolio, or metals in his portfolio, from 3% to 4%, there's not enough silver in COMEX to fill his order. So interesting situation in silver. So market you may want to take a look at. We'll keep an eye on it, and we'll follow the patterns and see where that might be headed if we do get a correction back into the wave C down area here. Hopefully that's helpful, and we'll take a look at these markets again and see if the Dow continues and the S&P continue their march forward. All right, have a good week, and we'll see you next time.